Hello, everyone. My name is Deb Strauch. I'm a licensed master social worker, and I want to share with you my short novel. It's called Letters from the Plains. It's one of two. This one is Letters from the Plains, a story of faith, family, and resilience. And the other one is called Faith Between Two Shores, which is a story about friendships among Haitian women, three Haitian friends who come to America and go to school. And so this one right here, I want to read to you just a couple of letters. This is going to be from the 1920s and 1930s in the Midwest, with an aunt and a niece writing back and forth to each other about their family, communities, farm life, and children, and raising children. And I think that you'll get a lot out of this book. I'm going to read just a couple of letters to you. Chapter 1, Letters from the Plains. And this is by Johanna, the niece. The wind carried the scent of dry earth and sun-warmed hay across the prairie, whistling through the cracks in the cabin's timbers. Johanna stood on the porch with her hands wrapped around a chipped mug of chicory coffee. She watched as Arthur, her husband, crossed the far field, his figure small against the vastness, shoulders hunched in that way she knew meant his back was aching again. She pulled her shawl tighter. Out here, even in spring, the wind could cut through bone. The grass, still pale from winter's hold, rippled like water as it stretched endlessly toward the horizon. There was a beauty in the emptiness, a terrifying beauty that made her feel both rooted and lost all at once. Her fingers itched for paper. It had been months since she wrote Aunt Hessie Mae. Between the children, the farm, and the never-ending litany of chores, Johanna's words had stayed bottled up, swirling around her mind like the prairie dust. But last night, as she rocked Grace to sleep, she thought of her aunt's steady handwriting, the way her letters carried the warmth of the East into this far-flung place. Today she would write. She set Gracie in her cradle, wiped her hands on her apron, and settled at the kitchen table with a stub of pencil and a square rough of paper. Dear Hessie Mae, greetings in the name of our Lord. Auntie Hess, I do not even know where to begin except to say that God has been showing his hand here on the plains in ways both mighty and mysterious. You will not believe it. We have been blessed with 2 more milking cows, healthy ones too. And just last week, a mule was brought to us by a traveling man headed toward Kansas City. He said the animal would not pull for him anymore, but as soon as Arthur hitched her to our plow, she moved like she had been waiting on him all along. I told Arthur that mule just needed a kind word and a steady hand, and sure enough, he gave both. We have also taken on another boarder, a widow woman from over the hill. Her name is Mrs. Bellamy, and she is quiet, keeps mostly to herself. She lost her husband to a fever that swept through their farm 2 weeks ago. Poor Miss Johnson did not stand a chance. He withered away like the last of the autumn leaves. The town has been bringing bread and jars of preserves to his widow. Bessie Sue and Arthur have been helping her eldest with the fence line. Folks do what they can out here. But Hess, it's the hard truth. A woman with children and no man does not last long on the prairie. I reckon most widows end up back east with their people if they have any. And now I must tell you something heavier than all that. I have been carrying it quietly, like a stone in my apron pocket, weighing me down. Auntie, I am with child again. I have not even told Arthur yet. It is not that he would not be overjoyed. He is a good and gentle man, always has been. It is just, Hessie, I'm scared. After the last ones we lost, I do not know if I have it in me to go through another grief. And we are already stretched near the breaking point with what the farm and the girls and keeping the house. Arthur works sun up to sun down, trying to hold us all together. Sometimes I watch him from the porch, hoe in hand, back bent like a willow in the wind, and I wonder how much more we are expected to bear. Do you remember that check you sent us last spring? $10, Hess. $10 may not seem much in the city, but it was manna from heaven out here. You sent it just after the grasshoppers came, millions of them, eating everything in their path. And then the hail that nearly destroyed half of the crops. We lost a cow to the fever, and those cursed hill varmints got to the chickens again. I was so close to giving up, but your kindness and the prayers that came with it gave us just enough to make it through. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I pray the Lord heaps blessings on your house tenfold. Audrey is nearly 13. Can you believe it? She is always scribbling in that little book of hers, writing stories or copying verses. And there is a boy, of course, Haddon. He is 15 and works at the mill when school lets out. Tall, polite, hardworking, and I hear he comes from good stock. You know how important that is in our family like ours. Maydell, on the other hand, is still under Arthur's close watch. He is stricter with her than I would like sometimes, but I know it's just his way of protecting his girls. She has a wild streak, that one. Always climbing trees or chasing the pigs barefoot. I love her spirit, but Lord, help the boy whoever tries to court her. There is something about life out here that keeps your soul anchored and your bones tired. Days begin before light and end long before the sun sets. I fetch water, wash clothes down by the river, bake bread, mend boots, and still lie awake, worrying about what tomorrow might take from us. But in all that, I feel the Lord's nearness. He walks with me when I hang laundry and whispers peace when I kneel at night beside the bed. Please, Auntie Hess, pray for me. Pray that I find the strength to tell Arthur about the baby. Pray that this little one takes root and grows strong and that God makes room in our home and in our hearts, even if our hands are already full. Give my love to John and your boy Marshall. I hear he's doing well in school. You must be proud beyond words. They do not make many young men like him nowadays. I had best start getting on dinner. You know how our menfolk get when the sun sets and their bellies are empty. All my love, Johanna. That is the letter to Auntie Hess. Come back and get you a copy of this book, and let's see what Auntie Hess, how Auntie Hess responds. It's a great book. It's a great story, and it's my heart. Go to www.connectionchronicles.net. Have a great day. Bye now.